Hi, I'm Ian Healy, former Australian wicketkeeper and proud Queenslander. Skin cancer is a serious disease, very serious, so we need to do some straight talking. Unfortunately, men over 50 are the group most likely to die from skin cancer, men just like you. Over 60% say they never know what their skin looks like, and then they can't tell if something changes.
Australia is a sun-baked, dry continent, where 2 out of 3 Australians will be treated for some form of skin cancer during their life. Research has found that men hardly ever look at their skin. This means that if they have melanoma, the most serious form of skin cancer, it's more likely to be diagnosed late, when treatment is often not as effective. This DVD explains how serious skin cancer is, the importance of detecting skin cancer early, and will show you how to check your own skin, which is an easy, completely free and effective method to become an expert in what your own skin looks like so that you can notice any changes. The DVD is also chaptered into sections so you can review chapters as many times as you like. We also have special guests who have generously given their time. Kerry's son died from melanoma.
Had that melanoma been found early, the result would have been so very different. He would have been here today.
Grant is a melanoma survivor who found his melanoma early.
Besides the one on my arm, they found 4 others that they thought were suspicious.
Alan is also having his own battle with melanoma and is undergoing chemotherapy.
If you want the best out of life and not go through what I've gone and other people have gone through, is to check thoroughly as much as you can, or get someone else to check.
And Herman is a melanoma survivor whose wife noticed a suspicious-looking skin lesion.
Herman, there's something on your back there, and she thought it was a blackhead, so she went to squeeze it, but nothing eventuated from that, and she actually just said, "Oh, can't be, it's not that."
Our Queensland way of life means we get a lot of sun.
We all attend the beaches, and in my situation, I lived in a country area and I fished, I swam in the local river, no protection whatsoever.
Yeah, surfing all day long. And then even after I got married, I'd be in the garden, shirt off.
My career in cricket meant I spent a lot of time in the sun. Even though I tried to cover up, I still remember feeling sore and sunburnt after some particularly long days behind the stumps. We now know much more about the dangers of prolonged exposure, but the damage has already happened, so I need to be thorough in looking for any changes in my skin. Skin cancers can grow quickly, so if you notice anything that changes, it's important to seek medical advice quickly. Becoming more aware of your skin costs nothing financially. It takes only 5 minutes once a month, and you could save your life.
He lost his battle in June 2007 after a hard fight, and a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, both emotionally and physically.
And when the doctor rang back to say, "Oh, you need to come in and have this mole removed," I said, "Oh, we'll do it next week. I'm off to Darwin for work, so we'll do it when I get back." And he actually said, "No, you need to come in now." I thought, "Oh, that must be pretty serious then." So, yeah, it was, but even then I didn't realise that this was life-threatening. I didn't realise that melanoma, or a mole, could take your life.
Before he died, he said, "I've thought about everything, and the only thing I would have done was have found that mole earlier." So his message to everybody, and everybody who associated with him, is get yourself checked.
So what do you need to do to make sure that you'll find a skin cancer early?
I treat a lot of men with melanoma. In fact, the latest cancer registry data in Queensland has shown that the highest incidence of melanoma is in men over the age of 50. And self-checking is sort of an interesting concept for men to have to think about. The way to do this is to firstly decide you've got to do it. And then, having decided that you've got to do it, you've got to work out how's it going to suit me. So you've got to pick a time, whether it be the first day of the month, whether it be every 4th Sunday. Just get that into the normal practice of that person for the rest of their life. Well, what we're looking for is change. Now, change may be something new, or it may be a change in something that was already there. May be a change in size, It may be a change in the edge. It may be a change in colour. And then you need to go and see a doctor to have a diagnosis made. The only way you will know there's been a change is if you're keeping an eye on yourself.
So how do you examine your own skin? It's great if you have a full-sized mirror together with a handheld mirror. If not, try to use as big a mirror as possible. Also, use the body chart sent out with this DVD to mark down any spots you want to keep an eye on. Here, Robert Jackson, also a skin cancer survivor, takes us through the routine. Start at the head and look at your scalp. You can use a comb or hairdryer to part your hair. Then look at your ears and neck. Followed by the upper body and arms. Don't forget your hands and nails. Then lower body and legs. To inspect your lower legs, sit down and use the handheld mirror to look at the back of your legs. Then check your buttocks, back and back of the neck. Note down any spot that you notice that you may want to look at closely next month. You can use the body chart provided to mark the body area for attention. If you can't see certain areas well enough, ask someone to help you, your spouse or partner, or maybe other family or a friend.
Oh, sweetheart, are you there, Di? Could you just come and have a look at my back? I've got a little lump there that I think just seems to be a little bit raised. And
Where, just there?
yeah. Can you see that one?
Mm. It has changed since we checked it last month. I think you should go and get the doctor to have a look at that.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea, isn't it? Good morning, Doctor. Thanks for...
How can I help you?
If you notice a change from previous months, call your doctor as soon as possible to arrange an appointment to do a whole body examination.
It's probably been there 3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months?
If you don't have anyone to help you, still pay attention to the areas you can see and ask your doctor to examine those bits that you can't.
The doctors are very experienced in the appearances on the skin related to sun exposure in particular. Especially in Australia and in Queensland, all the doctors will know the difference between straightforward lesions, benign and malignant. Sometimes it's tricky, but when it's clear, it's absolutely clear, and you can be very quick to reassure. And that might be all that happens at that occasion. So you shouldn't be concerned that everything you look at is going to be bad, and equally, you shouldn't be concerned that you're wasting someone's time if it does turn out to be benign. You're not wasting someone's time, you're doing the right thing by yourself.
Yeah, every day, as I brush my teeth, I check, I'll rotate in the mirror and look on my back there and on my back there.
I make sure that I examine myself quite regularly, and the parts I can't see, especially on my back, I ask my wife to check it. I think that's what it is, everybody's supporting each other in the family.
You must keep an eye on yourself. You must monitor your own skin. When you see a change, go and see someone. Don't say, I'll be right. Go and see someone.
It's one of those things, how long do you want to live? Because you can prevent this. This is one of the most preventable cancers there is. And it only takes a couple of minutes of your time.
Remember to be checked regularly. You need to do it at least once a month, because one mole can change from being nothing to being melanoma in a period of 6 weeks.
It's as simple as that. Check it out. Just check it out.
If you don't get yourself examined, it's just the same as the drink driving thing. You're a bloody idiot if you don't get yourself self-examined.
We cure 90% of the people who come to see us with a melanoma by simple early diagnosis and a simple local operation.
Be like me and examine your skin regularly. It doesn't take that long, and it shows an important commitment to yourself and your family.
Remember the simple steps to self-examination. Look at your scalp, ears and neck. Then the upper body and arms, hands and nails. Then lower body and legs. Remember to use a handheld mirror to see the back of your legs, your buttocks, back and back of the neck. Remember, melanoma can occur anywhere on the skin, even on less sun-exposed areas.
Come on fellas, you need to take control of this game. Get to know your skin, look for any changes and hit Skin Cancer for 6.
For those interested in more details, there are extra features on this disc, including a section which shows the types of skin cancer and what their common signs and symptoms are. Just select Extras on the title page.
If you want the best out of life and not go through what I've gone and other people have gone through, is check thoroughly, and I'll get someone else to check.